Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Kawawang Grijaldo, tila ata magpapasko siya at magbabagong taon sa Kamara. Bakit ko po ito nasabi mga kabunyog? Dahil sa order ng Quadcom na manatili itong si Grijaldo sa kulungan hanggang matapos ang bagong taon. Ito po ay ayon kay Congressman S. Barbers, ano-ano pa po ang mga sinabi ni Barbers. Hingil dito sa pagkakadetain ni Colonel Grijaldo. Panoorin po natin ito.
Okay, si Colonel Grijaldo ay nakadetain ngayon sa detention facility ng House of Representatives simula po nung December 14, no? We asked the assistance of the Philippine National Police at saka ang ating House Sergeant at Arms, no, to implement the contempt order and arrest and detain, no, si Colonel Grijaldo since December 14 pa siya nandito.
Kung nirereklamo kasi nila...
Well, yung una, he was not, actually, sabi niya kasi nasa hospital siya, he wants to stay in the hospital and have a hospital arrest. But of course, we did not allow that because sabi ng mga doctors niya, pwede naman, ambulatory siya, pwede na siyang lumabas, pwede siyang maglakad. There's no reason for him to stay in the hospital. So, ang ginawa natin ay in-implement natin yung arrest order sa kanya. So, we asked the SAA and the Philippine National Police to assist the House to implement the order.
Hindi na-qualify sa kanya yung gaya nung kay Wilkins na SPM of Christmas?
Hindi kasi he failed to attend 4 times, no. In fact, he snubbed the invitation of the House, no, ng 4 na beses. After coming out in the Senate at marami siyang sinabi sa Senado, nung iniimbita namin siya pabalik dito ay hindi niya na pinapansin ito, no. At yun ang aming nakita na meron siyang disrespect, no, na pinakita at pangiinsulto sa mababang kapulungan. Wala siyang appeal so far. Well, I have not received any motion for recon or any appeal from his end sa ngayon.
Pero kung dito na siya magpapasko ng mga bagong taon,
Malamang, dito na siya magpapasko at saka magbabagong taon.
kung papatawag, of course, kailan mo papatawag ulit si Grijaldo sa Quadcom, sir? Next year na po ba?
Yes, baka magkaroon kami ng when we resume, no, on January, baka 2 days, 3 days later meron na naman tayong Quadcom hearing.
Detention order niya hanggang matapos yung committee report.
The motion that was approved by the majority of the members ay i-detain siya until we terminate the Quadcom committee hearings.
So, expect the holiday season po here.
Looks like yun na nga ang mangyayari sa kanya. They will spend the holidays here.
Anong gusto niyong malaman kay Grijaldo?
Unang-una, no, ano yung aksyon na ginawa niya nung nangyari yung Barayuga assassination. I remember he was the chief of police ng Mandaluyong City and apparently wala pong reports na ginawa, no? At sinabi nga na later on, belatedly, ay sinabi sa report na siya daw ay involved sa drugs, no? Kaya yun ang gusto naming i-clarify.
Sir, he was arrested in the hospital, TNT hospital.
He was asked to be transferred to the house detention facility. In effect, it was sort of an arrest kasi in effect, in-implement lang yung arrest order, no, na inisyu ng Quad Committee sa kanya.
Pero saan siya kinuha? Sa ospital?
He was still confined.
He was not confined. He was in the hospital. No, he was in the hospital. I think he was having his checkup. Apparently, he says that he is confined, no, and he wants to stay there and have a hospital arrest. Of course, hindi naman, after consulting with his doctors, with the doctors of the PNP, and our house doctors, no, yung doktor mismo na dito sa atin sa House of Representatives, ang sinasabi ay wala namang problema because he's mobile, he's ambulatory, he's perfectly normal. And
Pero saan siya nakuha?
nasa hospital siya. Doon siya. I think he was having his checkup. Okay?
Yan mga kabunyog, narinig po natin itong mga sinabi ni Congressman S. Barbers na aabutin ng Pasko at bagong taon itong si Grijaldo bago makalaya sa Kamara. Anyway, in the first place, sino ba ang may kasalanan sa nangyayari ngayon kay Grijaldo? Di ba itong sina Bato? Dahil kung hindi lang sumunod itong si Grijaldo sa utos ng mga Duterte, lalo na kay Bato, hindi siya mapapatawan ng contempt at makukulong sa Kamara. Kaya wag sisihin ni Grijaldo itong mga chairperson ng Quadcom kung bakit ito nakulong. Anyway, ano po ba ang punot dulo nitong pagkakakulong ni Grijaldo? Kung matatandaan po natin, inimbitahan itong si Grijaldo sa Senado ni Bato para magsabi ng kasinungalingan laban kay Congressman Dan Fernandez at Benny Abante. Nainutusan daw itong si Grijaldo na idawit ang mga Duterte sa kaso ng extrajudicial killing. Di rin nagtagal na laman din ng mga taga-Quadcom ang ginawa ni Grijaldo sa Senado. Kaya ipinatawag ulit ito hanggang sa 4 na beses itong hindi sumipot sa pagdining. Kaya nagdesisyon sina Paduano at iilang pang chairman ng Quadcom na i-cite and contempt itong si Grijaldo sa Kamara. At yun nga, nandito na siya sa Kamara nakakulong. Balikan na muna natin ang mga kaganapan na ito.
Tawag doon sa hearing sa Quadcom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, pwede mong i-share kung anong gusto mong i-share dito sa committee na ito?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right.
Mr. Chair, Your Honors, sa ating lahat, magandang hapon. Allow me to read my opening statement. Matapos ang House Quadcom hearing na umabot ng 14 hours, dumating ako sa bahay ng madaling araw ng October 23, kasagsagan ng bagyong Christine. Hinihintay ako ng aking pamilya at nag-aalala at di nakatulog hanggang safety akong makauwi. Dala-dala ko ang masamang karanasan at hinanakit sa pangyayari, pero di ko agad nasabi sa aking asawa. Hanggang lumipas ang ilang araw, napansin niyang matamlay at di ako mapakali. Di ko matiis na di ko sabihin sa kanya, kahit alam kong apektado siya at may nervyos ang pag-usapan ay tungkol sa trabaho ko. With great courage, I confided everything to her. Kahit ito ay malaking problema, and it will affect us, and it will change on our normal and simple life. My career for almost 30 years of service, our personal and family safety and security, and maybe I will be condemned or be ostracized. My wife hugged me and started to cry and asked me why. I told her patagal na tayong nagsusumikap and we have to be strong and survive together. Mauna ni ang panahon nga magpakabanata means makialam. Lisod maging witness rata o maging innocent bystander. Maangol gyapon ta o maging casualty tayo. Gipasabot nako sa iya ha. I have to explain to her, kailangan naay mo barog sa kamatuoran. There must be someone to rise up to the occasion. I told her that I have the moral obligation and a call of duty to uphold as police officer. In the eyes of God and in the soul of man, I have to say this, even God was betrayed 3 times. But this time, I have to say this, I don't want to betray our beloved country, our fellow Filipinos, and to God Almighty. I don't want to discredit the men and women of the Philippine National Police, the institution where I belong. I don't want to destroy my beloved alma mater, the Philippine National Police Academy, who molded me with moral values to speak for the truth that I owe, and it's time to give it back the honor and respect. Your Honor, allow me to read my affidavit.
Good. Sige.
David,
Yes, Your Honor.
sige, also submit a copy to us. Sige,
Yes, Your
sige.
Honor.
Mahaba po yan? Ilang pages pa yan?
Saglit lang, Your
Sige,
Honor.
go ahead. Okay.
Allow me to read, Your Honors, my affidavit. I, Police Colonel Hector U. Grijaldo, 3rd Level Officer, presently assigned at Personal Holding Administrative Unit, Camp Crame, Quezon City, after duly sworn to, under oath and in accordance with law, do hereby depose and states that I have been dedicated to public service for almost 30 years. And since I took my oath as cadet on June 1, 1995, on October 16, 2024, I was again invited as a resource person in the 9th Joint Public Hearing of Committees on Dangerous Drug, Public Order, Safety and Human Rights, and Public Accounts of the House of Representatives scheduled on October 22, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. I, together with other invited PNP personnel, attended the joint hearing in the House of Representatives. After I answered questions related to extrajudicial killings and the reward system, I was approached by a security personnel while I was seated in one of the witnesses during the hearing. The said person told me that I was summoned by Congressman Dan Fernandez. I went out of the room with the security personnel. When we were outside, he told me to go to the left corridor and proceed straight to the end room. While walking, I saw other witnesses who were standing in the corridor, including my classmate, Major Portalesa and Captain Anova, who was wearing a PNP uniform, and the latter acknowledged me by saluting. When I entered the room, I saw 2 lawyers of Police Colonel Garma standing inside the room. One of the lawyers approached me and then asked me what we are going to talk about. I said I do not know. After a while, Kong Dan Fernandez entered the room and he asked me to sit beside him on his right side. And then Kong Abante entered the room, sat far end of the chair on the right. One of the lawyers of Police Karma stood near at my back. Kong Dan Fernandez put the paper he was holding on the table and told me, "Ito ang sasabihin mong statement na ito," while pointing on the paragraph on the paper. Ito ang supplemental affidavit ni Colonel Garma. Sabihin mo, alam mo ang reward system. I-confirm mo lang. Kong Dan told me to read the said affidavit. However, I asked the copy of affidavit he was showing to me to read it. He did not give it to me. The lawyer of Police Colonel Garma said, "Ikaw lang ang pwedeng magsabi niyan," sabi ni Colonel Garma. I was puzzled and I asked myself, why me? I respectfully told him that I cannot confirm. They are saying as I have not read the affidavit. We went silent for a while. And then Kong Dan Fernandez said, while holding the affidavit, "Saan ka pwede?" "Dito, noong 1999, about DDS, alam mo to, pulis ka na sa Davao nito." I politely told him that I was not still with the PNP because I was working with the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology in 1999 that time. After some time, Kong Abante asked me how many years do still I have with the PNP. I answered, I still have 4 years before my retirement. Then he made a remark, pwede ka pang maging general. I humbly responded to him, masaya na ako sa ranggo ko, sir. Pagkatapos nito, sir, uuwi na lang ako. At magtatanim na lang ako ng kamote sa amin. The cordial conversation between us continued. And I felt that they wanted me to convince me to do what they wanted me to do. Then Kong Abante asked me where I serve as a chief of police. To which I answered, Mandaluyong City Police Station, sir. Kong Abante then persuaded me by saying, ikaw naman, Colonel, ganito na lang. Alangan namang walang insidente o pangyayari sa panahon na yon. I answered, and I served as a COP in Mandaluyong during the COVID-19 pandemic, and there were less crime committed. And we did not receive any reward from anyone. I added that we only received funds, additional MOA or support fund from the Peace and Order Fund of the LGU. I then respectfully told Kong Dan Fernandez that anybody can debunk my statement if I confirm the testimony of Colonel Garma about the DDS in 1999, since I was not a member of PNP at the time. And I have no personal knowledge as to the reward system. Additionally, I said, the work of the policeman are noble and requires great sacrifice, even without the reward or award. It is our moral obligation and a call of duty to serve our country and people. Then Kong Dan asked me, si Colonel Garma, anong masabi mo sa kanya sa Barayuga? I politely told him I cannot comment on the case. When I respectfully answered him, sir, mahirap yan. Kasama kami sa nag-iimbestiga at hindi ko alam kung anong kinalaman niya at may investigasyon din sa amin, baka ma-incriminate ako, sir. After the discussion, they did not give me a copy of the second affidavit of Police Colonel Garma. I felt that I disappointed them. Kong Dan Fernandez and Kong Abante left the room, while I and the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma stayed in the room for a while. I presume that they are about to present the second affidavit of Police Colonel Garma. I asked the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma why they have chosen me. They did not answer me and just stared at me. And that I went back to the hearing room. When I went back to the hearing room, I immediately called the attention of Police Colonel Lito Patay, who were sitting behind the witness table. We proceeded at the back of the lobby area when they suspended the hearing. I confided and discussed to him what happened in the room with Kong Dan Fernandez and Kong Abante and the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Colonel Grijaldo. What motivated you to speak before this committee?
The time, Your Honor, I was insulted. And it is very offensive. And I think it is inappropriate for anyone to act like that.
Meaning, you feel that you are being coached to make that statement?
Yes, Your Honor. I feel I've been corrupted to make that statement, Your Honor.
Bakit?
Just because that time, habang nag-uusap-usap, habang nagkakaroon ng deliberation doon sa hearing, Your Honor, hindi ko alam kung may present nila si Colonel Garman at that time, Your Honor, na mag-ano nung second supplemental, ay yung supplemental affidavit niya.
So do you feel harassed? Did you feel harassed?
It's an harassment and very offensive, Your Honor, and uncalled for anybody. That time, I was wearing my uniform
You're wearing your
as
uniform
police officer.
and you are being told to lie.
Parang
Am I correct?
gusto nilang magsisinungaling po ako, Your Honor.
So, Colonel Grijaldo, I would like to thank you for your courage. I'm sure maraming police ngayon nanonood, and if you have observed, mabuti na nagsalita ka, dahil if you have observed the way they are treating policemen in the Quadcom, it's very hard. I feel them. I feel them. Because naging police din ako. Kapag sasabihan ka lang, answer yes or no. You can only answer yes or no. You're not allowed to explain yourself. So, para bang you are being deprived. You are being deprived of your right to explain yourself. Kaya, lalong-lalo na kapag ikaw itinuturuan na itong sasabihin mo, itong paragraph sasabihin mo, o dito, pwede ka ba dito? So, that's very inappropriate and it's very irregular for a lawmaker making an investigation in aid of legislation to make that kind of approach to a resource person na parang pinipilit na itong sabihin mo, iko-coach ka, ito, pwede ka ba dito? Para lumalabas na meron talaga silang preconceived na goal na kung anong dapat lang mahit dito, kaya ginaguide yung magiging statement mo. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So ngayon, Mr. Chairman, kung nakikinig yun ang Philippine National Police, lalong-lalo na yung liderato ng Philippine National Police, I don't know what's his reaction with the statement of Grijaldo, because Colonel Grijaldo is just, I congratulate him for being so courageous enough to speak up for the truth in behalf of all the policemen na parang winawalang hiya sa mga tao na dapat hindi magwalang hiya sa inyo. Kung nakikinig yun ang CPNP, I hope this is your person, this is your man. Dapat dipinsahan ninyo ito. Huwag ninyo itong ilagay sa litsunan. Huwag nyo ilitson itong tao na ito. Because he's standing for the PNP. Na dapat hindi ganun ang treatment ng mga resource person pagdating sa investigation. Kasi parang ang baba ng tingin sa inyo, nag-iimbestiga sa inyo. Yun lang ang nakikita ko, masyadong mababa. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you,
Congratulations. And we'd like to thank you for standing up.
Your time has also expired. But sige, the long and short of it, yung may maikling kwento, kasi hindi ko naman napanood buong Quadcom, kayo ba ay tumistigo sa Quadcom din, finally? Nagsalita rin kayo ron?
Yes, sir. We were already at the...
Nag-affidavit ka doon? Nagsabit ka
Wala po kaming
Wala ka
in-affidavit. We're just...
So, ilang
speaking
tanong lang
on
ang
the
sinagot mo
question.
doon? Ilang tanong? Tungkol saan? Anong
The
topic?
last time that I was asked by Congressman Paduano, it's all about the operation sa Oron, Your Honor.
Oron?
Sa Oron,
One
yes.
particular operation?
Yeah.
It's sa first appearance mo. Second appearance mo? Anong
Your
topic?
Honor, the first appearance on September 27, it's all about my about EGK that time, Your Honor.
Sige, basta wala kang affidavit, so
No,
makikita
Your
na
Honor.
natin. Okay, so my colleagues, no, the president is getting tired. So kung meron tayong questions for the address to the former president, tanungin na lang natin. Sir, okay ka lang, sir?
Sir, I'm good until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
5 na, sir. 5 na.
Totoo, sir.
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
He's referring to 4
Hindi
a.m.
ako nagpapatawa.
Yes, I know that, Mr. President.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay, so-
just to clarify, and I hope I didn't miss anything. When Colonel Grijaldo made mention about him being asked to lie and being asked to be influenced by a legislator, he is by himself, Mr. President.
Can you answer the
There's
question?
no one in the room who can
Witness.
actually...
Sino daw naka-witness ng exchange
Is
na
there
yun?
anyone, sir?
At present the time, the two lawyers of Colonel Garma, they were on the right side of at the back that time, Your Honor, because it was discussed in the table on this place, and it was shown to them also. It can be seen by the two lawyers, because we are only 5 in the room, Your Honor.
And seen and heard
Yes, Your Honor.
the words that you uttered a while ago.
Just because one of the lawyer reacted when I refused to confirm the statement, because the holdings of this paper, Your Honor, like this, it was on the second page, and I've seen some notes or names, and my name was indicated in that statement. So when I rejected, or I don't want to say rejected, parang nag-explain na ako na hindi ko kayang i-confirm yung statement na yun.
And what was the
Sabi niya,
reaction again?
kaya-
The reaction of the lawyer said,
Hindi na rin sila umimik, Your Honor. Kasi yun lang naman gusto nila na mag-collaborate do sa statement na pinabit ni Colonel Garma.
thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
so can we now entertain
Yan mga kabunyog, narinig po natin ang kasinungalingan noon ni Grijaldo sa Senado na kung saan sinulsulan ni Bato de la Rosa na magsinungaling at magsabi ng gawa-gawang kwento sa Senado. Para masira itong ginagawa ng mga taga-Quadcom, at ito na nga ang nangyari na cite and contempt itong si Grijaldo. Dahil sa hindi dumalo ng 4 na beses sa patawag ng Quadcom.
Okay, Congresswoman Pami Zamora.
Sir, sinabi mo, nakita mo siya ng December 5?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi, December 2 siya nagka-procedure.
Opo, ma'am.
And then the next, because when you saw him on December 5, sabi mo, ambulatory siya.
Yes, ma'am.
Tapos, kailan siya nakalabas?
Hindi pa po siya nakakalabas.
Hindi siya nakakalabas.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Okay. Is there a reason, would you know, sir, kung bakit hindi siya nakakalabas?
On my opinion, ma'am, no?
Opo.
So, baka po mayroon pa siyang mga underlying medical condition na baka po hindi pa siya nakiklear ng kanyang attending physician.
Baka acute stress disorder. Oo. Okay. And so, if the procedure was December 2, because itong katabi ko si Kong PM, nagkaganon din siya eh. Am I right, Kong PM?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And how long did it take you to, when you want, I'm sorry, I know this is out of line, but how long, I just want to make sure, kasi naiinis na ako eh. How long did it take you from your procedure to go back home?
It took me 2 days, Mr. Chair.
Okay, 2 days.
Mr.
So, okay.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, SDS Gonzales.
Well, Mr. Chairman, sa mga nanonood ng mga doktor, ako, 2 knee surgery, MTL and ACL. After my surgery, nagbike na po ako kagad at pinalakad na po ako ng doktor. Baka parang iniunsulto po natin yung mga doktor natin. Parang hindi po yan kapapadiwala, no? At meron po akong broken shoulder sa basketball also. At therapy lang po yan. Hindi po yan inihiga. Pag inihiga mo yan, lalo kang mahihirapan. Kaya baka nanonood po yung mga doktor dito sa ating bansa o sa ibang bansa. baka tatawanan po tayo pag yung mga reason nyo ganyan. So yun lang po, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Gonzales. Are you done, Congresswoman
Sorry,
Zamora?
Mr. Chair, I think we've given him, what's his name? Colonel Hector Grijaldo enough leeway. Sobrang bait na natin sa kanya, and I think it's the right time to make an appropriate motion. Sumusobra na siya. This is, I believe, his 4th time to skip the Quadcom, and pero sa Senate wala naman siyang rotator cuff syndrome. I'm sorry, but I really believe it's high time that with the indulgence of all the chairmen, that I move to cite Colonel Hector Grijaldo in contempt, Mr. Chair.
Seconded.
Okay,
Second.
there is a motion. I was waiting for Congressman Paduano to do that, but anyway, so there is a... So there is a motion to cite Colonel Hector Grijaldo in contempt for failing to attend the committee hearing of the Quadcom for the 4th time, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
Mr. Chair.
4th time. And this is in violation of Section 11 of our Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation. And this was duly seconded, and no objections was heard. So the chair rules that the motion is approved.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.